What's going on, guys? Welcome again to Twisted Vapour. Hope you are all enjoying your day wherever you are. So today we're looking at a really nice, really nice RDA today from our good friends over at Wotofo, who have been really trying to up the game a hell of a lot recently, and they've done it with this fantastic little RDA. This is the Profile RDA by Wotofo and Mr. Right One. So, without further ado then, guys, let's dive down into its box and let's see what makes it so very special. Okay then, guys, let's take a up close and personal look then at the Wotofo Profile RDA, and as you can see, I have got the rainbow version there. Doesn't she look absolutely sexy through that little window? So as you can see, the box is very Wotofo, very black, very green, very bold, very nice. Let's take a full look at this actual box then. So at the bottom we have Profile, we do have the wotofo.com logo there, we also have Mr. Just Right One's logo just at the side there as well. On the side of the box then we have the logos of both people there. We have Mr. Vapour Right One and Wotofo. We also have design down the bottom. On the top we have the usual scratch and check, the colour that we went for, as well as Profile on that side, and Wotofo on the bottom there with their social media network links as well. On the underside then, guys, we have the usual kit contents as well as the attention at the bottom there, usual warnings and things. You know the score, guys. It's a very simple box. To get in this box then, we've got to give it a bit of a shake, and then we can open this box open just like so. So as you can see then, we do get the top cap just there, we get our lovely deck just there, and we also get a removable spare 810. Just pop it out of here. There we go. To get it out, there we go. We do get this lovely little frosted number, full 810. Very nice. So also in the box, we just lift out the foam section with all this in place. Everything's all dead tightly packaged. I love it. Makes it so much easier to get inside the boxes. There we go. So underneath all that then, as you can see, we do obviously get the Profile user manual. Very nice, very illustrated, very straightforward, lovely. We also get two of their brand new mesh coils. As you can see, these are 8.18 ohm, rate between 45 and 65 watts. Now you do get two of them, and obviously I have used one, so there is only one in the packet, but you do get two in your packet there. Underneath that then, you also get yourself a nice big wad of cotton there with the classic shoelace style on the end. Very nice. Really big fan of these style of cottons. Real massive fan. If you all remember, I went through absolutely loads of their smaller sized ones. So yeah, very nice. Love that cotton. Underneath that then, we also get a framed staple Clapton running at 0.33 ohms. Very nice. Look at that, 3mm in diameter as well. Very nice. And underneath that then, guys, we also get a bag of spare O-rings, screws, springs, and all your little spares and bobs in there. Very nice. And that's not all. We also get, there's a lot of gifts in this box. We also get ourselves an Allen key, a screwdriver, and a very nice coiling jig with a special little purpose. So we'll keep this out because we will be using that one. And that's everything in the box. So there was quite a lot inside that small little box, wasn't there, guys? Quite a lot indeed. So let's bring in the actual top cap then of the Profile, and we'll start from the top and work our way through, and then we'll get to the deck. So at the top then, as you can see, we do have this very nice rainbow 810 drip tip, and it is a proper 810. As you can see, we do have an O-ring there at the top. Very nice 810. Look at that, all them pretty colours there swirling around. Very impressive drip tip there. Very impressive drip tip. Now the top, guys, does come away from the initial barrel, which does adjust the airflow. So if we just pull off the top section there like so, we can actually take a closer look at the airflow. So we do have a single O-ring along the top there, but the airflow goes in stages. So we have fully closed, half closed, and fully open. So we can see that it does go down in stages. Very, very, very nice. Loving this. Along the top then you can also see that we have got a bit of doming going on as well on the initial top there. It's only a slight slope, but it's very, very nicely domed. Very, very nice. On the top cap then, or the barrel of it, as you can see, we do have the honeycombed airflow along the side there and on the other side. We also have profile nicely engraved inside there. Very, very nice, and it is a very, very nice pronounced engraving as well. You can feel every single nook and cranny of that engraving. It's very, very nice. We also have a very thick barrel. As you can see, it is extremely thick. In fact, the initial thickness of that barrel, if we just quickly take out the calipers, we'll be able to see how thick that is just under 1mm, just under a mil thick. So we are using a really, really thick barrel here, guys. A very nice thick barrel. Inside that barrel, you'll notice there's two little pins. There's one just here and there's one just here. Now you already know what I'm going to say, guys. These are already a massive pro because these lock into the deck, which means we can adjust the airflow without the barrel spinning. Love them little ideas like that, I really do. So let's put this all back together again, like so. And I don't know if we're going to be able to see this on cam, but I'll try my best. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll adjust the airflow now. So right now we're on full. Now we're half closed. We'll try and, can you see there? We're still half closed. And then if we go one more time again, we are now fully closed. So that's it, fully locked off now. So that's the airflow on the top cap then. So let's take a look then at the actual deck of the profile. And this is it. If we just grab our little trusty Atty stand here, we can take a proper little look at this. So there you go. There is the deck of the profile RDA there. So as you can see, we've got a very, very nice deep juice well either side. We do have the logos inside of there. We have Mr. Right there, and we also have the wotofo down there. We have this very nice ceramic spring loaded clamp here as well. Well, it's not so much well, it kind of is a clamp because it clamps your cotton in place. So it is kind of a clamp, and as you can see, it is spring loaded, and it's a very, very nice spring loaded action on that. Very nice indeed. We also have two standard clamps here. We have one here and one here using Phillips screws. Big thumbs up there, Phillips screws. We have these two little notches here, guys, as well. Now these two little notches have two little jobs. One job of them is to be able to allow you to get your screwdriver in there nice and easy, so you can adjust the screws on your posts. So there's a nice little thing there. And they also lock up with the pins that were inside of our barrel to stop it all from spinning around. So that's what they do. So we do have a very nice little notch system going on there to lock everything into place. We also have two lovely big O-rings on the bottom there, making sure it's all nice and tight and no liquid is going to spew up and over. Very, very, very nice indeed. Now when the top cap is on, guys, if we just take this off like so, and just show you, you can be able to see properly then. So if we just line up them little notches like so, we just pop this on. There we go. You'll see that the airflow comes through this side, and your coil, if you are using a normal coil, your coil will be there, so you are getting airflow bang on the side of the actual coil. When you are using the mesh, it will hit the side of the mesh and go over the mesh and come down the other side, which means you're going to get a lot of airflow inside this stripper, guys. A lot of airflow. Very, very, very nice. So it is nice that we can adjust all of it. If we just take this off the actual Atty stand itself, then we'll be able to have a little look at the underside of the RDA. I'll show you what's going on under there. So underneath there, as you can see, we do have profile laser etched there. We do have the wotofo logo laser etched as well, Mr. Right laser etched along the bottom, and we do also have the squonk pin already in place. Very, very, very nice. And we also have the little positive screw there as well. Very nice. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we are going to put this back on here, because I'm going to show you how to build this with the mesh coil in it. But for all the people who do want to use it in a single standard coil, so if you want to use this coil for example, that is provided in our kit, then what I would personally do, guys, is I would suggest you cut your leads roughly around 3.5, maybe a 3mm, and then that will fit in there nice and snug. That is what I've been using. So around about 3.5 if you are using a standard coil, as that will sit in there nice and flush. So let's get out this mesh coil then, and we'll have a proper little look at this mesh coil. Let me just slide it out of its packet. Very nice. And if we bring in the little coil jig that they gave us in our little kit, we do have a second little job for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to pre-open these little clamps. So what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew it there, and unscrew it there, just like that. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to make sure that's open. That's open, just like that. So as you can see now, both sides of the clamps are open, and they're open quite a nice amount, ready to take that mesh coil. So what we're going to do then is we're going to get the mesh coil, and we're just going to put it on the end here, and we're just going to bend it like this and roll it around in our fingers just a little bit like that. So then when we remove this off the mesh, or off the tool, we just grab the tweezers so you can see it properly. The mesh is perfectly round and it's in the right shape for it to fit straight into this, just for it to drop straight in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go one there, one there. See? Just like that. See how it's just dropped straight in? Nice and easy, no problems whatsoever. So it's dropped straight in now. All we have to do now is tighten up these legs and just make it look a little bit more tidier. So what we're going to do is just going to pop that side in there. And I'm not pushing too hard here, guys. I'm just literally, as you can see, I'm just screwing it up like that. Screw the other side up. The job is a good one. So as you can see, that's it. That is that simple. It is literally just that simple. Just bend your coil around your little profile stick, well, your coil jig, pop it in, and away you go. And you can actually test the diameter. If you just put this in again, you can use the end just to give that extra little smoothing out, and there you go. Look at that, very, very, very nice. So what we're going to do now then is we're going to cotton this up. Well, in fact, no, we're not. We're going to pulse the coil first, Mike, because that would be a big help. So we're going to get our coiling tab so we can pulse the coil in. I'm just going to measure it, 0.170. Give it a quick little fire. There we go. Look at that, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do then is we're going to get the nice big shoelace styled cotton. We're going to rip this open, pull this out. As you can see, there's a lot of cotton here, guys, and there is a lot of cotton. Probably too much, who knows? We're going to find out. So there's a lot of cotton there off this one shoelace style piece of cotton. Now remember, it is mesh, guys, so it is going to require quite a fair bit of cotton. And the idea of this little ceramic plug is it's going to push the cotton up against the whole of this mesh coil, keeping it in constant contact. So what we're going to do is just use the coiling jig just to keep the spring down like that, so we can then pop it through like so. And then very gently we're going to maneuver the cotton into place, very gently, like so. And that, I think, will do. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we're going to trim all this cotton down, because we don't need all of this cotton. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to trim it there, and then I'm just going to trim it there like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fluff out the ends and then trim it down just a smidgen more. So I'm just going to fluff them out, really fluff them out. now they are super fluffy and they look like two nice big fluffy clouds. And what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to get the bottom end of these fluffy clouds, and I'm going to tuck the fluffy cloud on the bottom just like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim these down a little smidge now. There's one. Just trim that cloud down so where we've got enough cotton going along the bottom. And we've got enough cotton going up the side, because it is mesh, guys, and we do want to keep that mesh coil as wet as possible. So we're just going to make sure we have got a little bit of overkill on the cotton, just like that. Blow off the excess, and that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. So what we're going to do then is we're going to soak it now in juice. So the juice I'm using then, guys, is some Totally Tropical from Sussex Vapour. I haven't got it in the correct bottle. This is one of my own bottles. So yeah, I just haven't got the correct bottle. The bottle actually had a little hole in it, so it started to leak, so I had to replace the bottle. But yeah, we are using some Sussex Vapour's Totally Tropical. It's a very nice tropical flavoured e-liquid full of pineapples, mangoes, cantaloupes and things like that, all the good stuff that make a really nice tropical juice. Very nice. It smells, if I'm honest, it smells just like Lilt. If anyone remembers the old Lilt cans of pop, it does smell just like that. So as you can see, I'm just going to make sure that these coils are completely saturated, because that is the aim of the game with mesh. Just give it a little fire just to help it through. Lovely. And then what I'm going to do then, guys, is with the tweezers here, I'm just going to tidy this up just a smidge. There we go. She is fully cottoned up and she is ready to go. So what we're going to do then, guys, is we're going to put all this back together like so. I'm just going to wiggle the top cap on just like that. We're going to spin it so we find the notches, and there you go. So it just slots down just like so. We can take this then off the tab. We can then bring it over to the pulse, screw it back on, and there you go. She's ready to go. Alright then, guys, that was an up close and personal look then at the beautiful wotofo profile RDA. Very nice little thing, this. Very nice. So let's give this thing a vape then, and we'll go through our pros, our cons, and then I'll let you know where you can get this for yourself. So first vape of the day then, we've got the airflow wide open. We are using some Sussex Vapour's Totally Tropical. Links to the juice will be down in the description, as always, including the discount code that we have, which is Twisted10, which will take off 10% off your 120ml bottles. So yeah, links will be down in the description below, as always, guys. Let's have a little bit then, shall we? So airflow wide open on the profile RDA. Absolutely outstanding amount of vapor production, as you can see there on the full airflow. I do feel though that is a little bit airy. I know it's a mesh coil and we need to keep that as cool and as wet as possible, but I do feel that is a little bit airy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to knock it down just one. There we go. So now we have the top row of holes completely closed off and the two bottom holes are completely open. So we are half airflow here now, guys. Let's give this another vape then. Much better. Much better. I'm starting to get a bit more of the flavour through there now. The first vape that I had from it, guys, at full airflow, although you are getting an absolutely insane amount of vape production, you aren't really getting that much flavour. It is quite flavourless, if I'm honest. And I'm using a really strong tropical juice, guys, so you know, pineapples, cantaloupe, papaya, really strong, bold, tropical flavours, citrusy flavours, and I ain't picking them up on full airflow. It's very minute. When the airflow is closed halfway though, however, that airflow then does change that flavour quite significantly, and we are getting a lot more flavour. The clouds are still there, as you can see, but they're not as pronounced as full airflow for obvious reasons, but the flavour's there. Now we can go down a little bit more before it's completely closed off. So I have now turned it right down to where we are only on like 6 holes. Now I don't really advise you do this on the mesh, because as I said, we need to keep it as cold as possible, but on the normal single coil, why not? So let's do this on the mesh. Yeah, the flavour is a lot stronger again there. Obviously the vapour production and the clouds are affected in that way, and you are going to get a really strong warm vape. And I really don't think you should do it. I don't recommend you do it that tight of an airflow on the mesh coil, maybe on a normal one. But on the mesh coil, I do suggest you have it as half airflow, because that is where you are going to find its sweet spot. You're going to get a nice amount of air, you are going to get a nice amount of flavour, and a fairly nice cloud as well. Very nice. Very nice on that middle ground airflow. It is. It's very nice indeed. Just give this a quick squonky, just to keep that coil nice and wet then. So pros and cons to this then, guys. Let's do a bit of pros and cons. So the first pro that I've got for it is the fact that it is a rebuildable. And the fact that it's a rebuildable, in my opinion, is a pro, because it means we can change out our coils at our leisure, and they're fairly cheap to keep running. So I like that. The next pro I have for it is the fact that it can accommodate mesh as well as a single coiled option. Now obviously you're not going to be able to throw in your massive decorative builds, or you know, your big juggernauts or things like that. You're looking more of a simple normal fuse Clapton, you know, your standard small little coils. It'll accommodate them no problem, absolutely no problem whatsoever, and you don't need as much cotton as you do with the mesh. The next pro of this is the airflow. Now the airflow on this, you've got so much of it, you've got too much, especially on that full airflow. Now obviously if you're using a normal coil and you use it on full airflow, then you're just not going to taste nothing at all, because the air is just going to flood it out. But you will, however, get a massive cloud. It's the same for the mesh. If the airflow is on full, personally myself, I don't feel like I'm getting any sort of true flavour. I feel like I'm getting more cloud and more vapour production than I am flavour on this at full airflow, whether it be the mesh or a normal coil. But you put it on that middle ground airflow, that is where it really comes into its own. It's like the airflow then is sort of spot on. We have got that little bit of restriction, and we've also got that flavour, and that is where it really shines. That is where I'm saying personally it's a pro, on that middle airflow. Really nice. The next little pro I have for it is the fact that it's so freaking strong. I mean, you've seen how thick the wall is to the barrel, guys. The build quality on this is obviously fantastic, because the build quality, you can see it, guys, it's a mil thick tube. You're not going to break it anytime soon, nor is it going to bend, dent, or chip anytime soon either. So it's a really strong, well made RDA. Down to the clamps are very well made, although I do say that the screws on them clamps are a little too short. There's not a lot of thread, not a lot of throw on them clamps. When you do unscrew it, the clamp hasn't got that wide of a throw that it can come out. So I would have liked to seen a little bit more of a longer screw, but the build quality on it as a whole is absolutely fantastic. Really, really nice build quality. It's wotofo, guys. They make good things, so the build quality obviously is going to be really nice. The next pro I have for it, guys, is the amount of colour options you have for it. There are an absolute shit ton of different colours, whether you want to go rainbow, stainless steel, black, you know, there's gold even. There's loads of different colours available for this RDA, so again you can sort of match your coil to your own your colour to your own personal preference, which again is always a pro. Yeah, there's loads of pros for this, guys. There is absolutely a load of pros. The build deck on it is so simple, so simple to coil up. You've seen how fast it was to use the mesh coils that are provided in the kit. Obviously, if you want to buy more, then you will have to go to their website to pick more up. But the fact that they include that little coil jig in there as well, just to make your life that little bit easier, again, is another big pro. I love that. The box itself, love the design of the box. It's wotofo. I always love wotofo boxes. They're absolutely brilliant. I love them. It's just a simple cardboard box, guys, but the way that they put all the effort into terms of the design, putting a little viewer window on there, making sure all the information is clear and easy to read. I love all that, and wotofo nail it every single time with every product they do, and I love their boxes. I really do. So it's a big pro for me on that, because I do like their boxes. The next pro I have for this, guys, is the squonk mechanism in this RDA. It's absolutely fantastic. It comes straight through the bottom, up through the centre of that ceramic clamp, and then it just oozes out dead in the middle of the coil from underneath, and it saturates that coil and that cotton within seconds. And I love the squonking mechanism on it. It's absolutely really nice. The next little pro I have for it, so there's a lot of pros. The next little pro I had for it, guys, was that ceramic clamp itself. The fact that it's spring loaded and it is pushing up against the coil with the cotton, making sure the cotton is in constant contact with that coil, giving us the best rate that it can possibly give, is also a nice big pro. As I said, guys, the pros go on and on and I don't want to chew your ear off all day in terms of how many pros I have for this, because it is an absolutely fantastic RDA. But there are cons. As with everything in life, guys, there are a few cons. And the one major con I have for this RDA is that airflow on full. Too much. When the airflow's full, it's just too much. It's just too much. And it does drown out the initial flavour of that coil and of your vape, and it just makes it far too cold in my opinion. So that's probably the only con I have for this RDA. The rest of it, guys, it's all sunshine, guys. It literally is absolute paradise. It's brilliant. It's all pros for this RDA. Absolutely fantastic. Very easy to build. Very nice on the flavour if you have it in that middle airflow. The fact that we can change our drip tips, well made. It's cheap to buy. It's not exactly a dear RDA either. It's cheap to buy. And it vapes that great. Brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Profile RDA there, guys, from wotofo. I will leave links down in the description where you can go and pick this up for yourself. There are numerous places where you can go and get this from now. eSig1 has them in stock, Vaping 101 has them in stock. I will leave links down below, guys, where you can go and get this little RDA for yourself today in all the colour options as well. So, guys, I think that about wraps it up for the Profile RDA there. If you like this video, then please give me a little thumbs up and give me a little like down below. And if you've got any comments, then please comment and make some suggestions. I always look forward to hearing from you guys at home. Let me know how it's going, things like that. So please, if you've got any comments, please comment down in the box. And if you're new to the channel, please press that subscribe button. It means an absolute lot to me if you do. And also, guys, if you want to have some more continued fun with the Twisted Vapor or any of his friends, then please jump over to the Facebook group. Again, I will leave links down below to all the things I've mentioned in the description. And I think until the next video, guys, I'll see you again.